Thank you, Senator Smith. Senator Butler of California is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you, Madam Secretary, for your incredible service to our country in such a challenging time. I want to commend you and the Biden administration for the sound economic policies that we have in place. In short, what you have said and what I believe the FSOC report illuminates for all of us is that Bidenomics works. And that we have record low unemployment, a robust economic growth, rising wages. To pick up just where Senator Smith left off, I would love to give you the opportunity to say more, to just explain to the American people how these historic investments of the IRA and American Rescue Plan have contributed to the stronger economy and the stronger labor market. Just to give you some time to really delve into that and explain to the American people.
Well, one of the things I think that's been holding our economy back is a failure to invest in infrastructure. We used to be rated among the very handful of top countries around the world in terms of quality of our infrastructure, and our rank decreased because we had highly inadequate investment. And now we're seeing roads and bridges that have been falling apart, where affects commerce. People are caught for hours in traffic jams all across the country. We're seeing new infrastructure be built. And it's not just old infrastructure, but what a modern economy needs. Broadband, both the American Rescue Plan and the infrastructure bill are providing the funding to make sure that every American household has access to high-speed internet. I remember during the pandemic when we would read stories about families driving their kids to a McDonald's and sitting out in the parking lot so that they could do their homework, had access to broadband. That will be a thing of the past. And of course, the Inflation Reduction Act and the CHIPS Act are really making sure that the United States will play a significant role in, it's a matter of national security, of resilience of our supply chains, and making sure that we're creating good jobs in the industries that are going to be powering our economy in the years to come. And we are seeing the bill has very strong wage and apprenticeship standards for the entire clean energy set of investments. So we're making sure that the jobs that are created are good, high-paying, well-paying jobs, and that people get the training they need to be able to fill them. And there are many aspects of this legislation designed to ensure that all parts of the country benefit from it, and particularly parts of the country that just haven't really seen a lot of opportunity, and that would include energy communities that have been dependent on coal and low-income communities where there are special bonuses for investing there.
Great. President Biden committed to the American people that he would build our economy from the bottom up and the middle out, and I appreciate you helping to explain that a bit more to the American people. Two areas, Secretary, that I will just name and give you just a quick opportunity to respond, and we'll submit some further questions to you for the record. Today, right now, as Senator Menendez pointed out in his earlier comments, the climate crisis is really at California's front door. The historic rains, 400 mudslides, 700,000 people without power. Today, as we sit here, the FSOC report has talked a lot about insurers, them leaving markets all across the country, including California. Yeah. I'd love to get your thought on how non-banking lenders and other sort of non-FSOC government agencies are working to integrate financial and climate data so that we could actually get your, just again, thoughts around how the health of banks and non-bank lenders will be affected by the lack of insurance being available.
Well, we're doing a great deal of work on that. In the Federal Insurance Office, OMB recently approved a survey that will be very granular at the zip code level to understand trends in insurance. The state insurance regulators, the NAIC, plan also to collect similar data. We're working with them, and what we'll get is a very granular understanding of what's happening to the availability and pricing of insurance. Policymakers, I think, as they begin to address what's becoming a crisis here, this is not straightforward to do, but we look forward to working with Congress to see what responses might be appropriate. And it will have an effect on banks. It raises the risks. And we're focused very heavily on the agencies working with the banking community so that banks understand how these developments are impacting. Well, it impacts the losses that a bank would experience from the lending that it's doing and the value of homes and businesses that banks are lending to.
Thank you, Senator